This is estate planning attorney Jason Lindamood, and today I want to talk about why revocable trusts are so long and lengthy. As in, why do they contain so many pages? I've heard this question asked before, and I thought it was a good one, so I wanted to tackle it briefly here today. If I'm going to draft a trust for a couple, it is not unusual for it to come in north of 50 pages in length, and that's just the trust itself. That's not including those ancillary documents, like the financial power of attorney, the medical power of attorney, the HIPAA authorization, and the directive to physicians or living will. A couple of thoughts as to why these trusts are so lengthy. First, since we're trying to avoid probate when our client passes away, we are ostensibly pre-probating their estate to make sure that the family home, the brokerage accounts, other real estate, etc., that whatever they own, that their other assets are correctly retitled and funnel into the trust at the time of their death. Now, to do that, at least the way I handle it, is to make sure that I anticipate any potential road bumps that may come up after death, which means I am most likely going to include articles, clauses, definitions that hopefully will never need to be triggered, but I want them in a trust anyway. And it falls under the category, I guess, of just in case it's ever needed. Now, that's not to say that we're playing the estate planning equivalent of 4D chess with these documents, but nevertheless, we want to make sure that we plan for post-death contingencies, because if we don't, it's going to be too late to do anything about it by the time we attempt to administer the estate, right? So why are all of these articles and clauses needed in the first place? Great question. The most probable answer is that at some point in time, many years ago, these various problems became an issue. They ended up in court with, say, a claim of breach of fiduciary duty against one of the trustees. So over the course of many years, some really good estate planning lawyers have, for lack of a better term, tightened up their game and continue to draft trusts, and let's throw wills in there as well as we're talking about this, with more precision and more specificity than in years past. So that's the short answer on why, on the day that you and your spouse come in to sign your documents, that I may very well have a nice big binder for you with 60 pages worth of trust language. I don't get paid by the word, although I would imagine if some lawyers could get away with it, then I wouldn't necessarily put it past them to try to do so, but I like to be overly inclusive and overly cautious rather than the alternative. And that's the way I'd want a lawyer to take care of my loved ones. So on a basic level, that's sort of a metric as to how I take care of my clients. And any lawyer that you go to will hopefully draft a robust trust for you. Yellow flag, if you show up and your trust is only a few pages long, you may want to ask a few questions to make sure it's exactly what you need, since you're paying good money for it. I think that's it. That's all I have for you today. If you have any estate planning needs, feel free to reach out to us. To do so, you can go to estateplaninfo.com. That's estateplaninfo.com. That'll take you to my website. You can go straight there by going to lindamoodlawfirm.com. Leave a like, leave a comment, share this with somebody if you think they need it. All of those things are always greatly appreciated, and I will talk to you again soon.